talking about the sound that the letter Q makes at the beginning of words. Here you see a mouth and a finger over a mouth. Usually when you see something like that, that's a signal to be very quiet. Quiet. Q is the quietest letter there is. It hardly ever makes a sound unless it has its friend U along. QU makes a sound. Q by itself is very quiet. That reminds me of one of the words that we have here at Overall School, listen. So let's be quiet and listen. I hear things here, maybe you hear things where you are as well. Why? Because we're being quiet. Why? Well, because that's the sound that the letter Q makes when it gets together with its friend U. Why? It just is. We're being very quiet. What can you hear when you're quiet? Just listen. Wind? I hear wind! Shh. Yes? What else? Just listen. Traffic! I hear cars far away! Yes, you don't have to say it so loudly. Can you just tell me quietly what you hear? Oh, yeah. I hear 3 different kinds of birds, I think. Yes, they're very quiet. Not like me! Shh. I want you to lie down and just listen. Be very quiet. Don't talk. Don't talk. Lie down and listen. Lie down, listen, listen. Thunder! I hear thunder! I hear thunder! It's so loud! I know, but we want to be quiet. The sound that the letter Q makes when it's with its friend U is the qua, 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 qua sound. That's very nice! And you're very loud. Not quiet. Not quiet. We just talked about the sound that the letter Q makes, but Q needs its friend. Q is the quietest, shyest letter there is. That Q always goes together, or almost always goes together, with the letter U. So it says Q, but I'm going to say QU, just to remind myself that Q and U go together. So let's try it. QU. Oh, and before we do that, it's the very quiet letter. So if you put your finger right up to your lips, maybe touch your lips, maybe not touch, probably not touch your lips because maybe your hands aren't clean, but right up to your lips. And we can say the sound you hear at the beginning of quiet. In fact, it's almost like a whisper. Can you hear me? I'm trying to do it as loud a whisper as I can. So you try it now. One hand, ready? Okay. That one hand is going to get quite a workout because we have a lot of letters and a lot of sounds to do with our one hand. Ready? B, 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 b. Cake. P, 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 M, S, short I, C, N, D, 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 D. R. H. Short O. F. T. Short A. G. L. Short E. W. J. Z. V. Y. Short U. Q U. Again. One more time. It's very quiet. Q, uppercase, always an antler. Lowercase q is another one of the leg letters. Yay! It's a curvy leg letter at the bottom there. Pretty cool. Here it is. Q, uppercase Q, looks like an O, that oval, but then it has a quick little line right there. Here's the oval, and then the quick little line right there. Lowercase q starts out like a lot of letters. It has that nice round belly that fits in the box, and then it comes down and it curves away from the belly. If it curved the other way, what letter would it be? Here's a Q, it curves this way. What other leg letter looks like Q but curves the other way? Yes. Sometimes with Qs, they don't even make the curve. They just take that right off. In fact, some people say you got to mind your P's and Q's because this kind of Q looks like a backwards P. So what I do use the curvy tail, just so I know for sure and nobody gets mixed up. The choice is yours, as long as it's neat. Your best is always cool. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And here we're going to stop at Q. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Okay. The sound of QU. Remember, because it does need that U. What can you think of that begins with quilt? Yes. Mr. Overall has that quilt on the back of the rocking chair so that when it gets a little chilly, he doesn't have to be cold. A quilt is made up of tiny pieces of fabric all sewn together, so you can have many colors in a quilt. What else? Oh, you're so quiet. Here, come whisper to me. Quail. Yes, that little bird that has a little feather here. Yeah. Quail. What else? Can you think of anything? Oh, when you divide something up into 4 parts, you get a quarter. So like if you have a game and you divide it up into 4 parts, you have a first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Yeah. Okay, or if you had a pizza, you could divide it up into 4 pieces, equal pieces, and they would each be a quarter. You're right. Or a coin in some countries is a quarter. Our country is a quarter. Oh, no wonder you would think of it. Queen. Queenie said queen. Well, I know who's doing the illustrations today. Queenie. And you know what, Queenie? I got looking at this. And I think we can fit your name in right here next to Oliver. It won't be in the order that we've done it, but your name will still be on here so that we'll remember that you've had your turn. So Queenie, you have a capital Q, starts with an oval and then the quick line. Queenie, we said that Q always went with you, and that's the way it is in your name. Quee. That's a long E. 2 E's together make that long E sound. Queen. There's the word queen, but that's not your name. You're Queenie. At the end of a word, that E sound is sometimes made by an I or a Y or an IE. What's yours? IE. Okay, so queen, queenie, queenie. Okay, Queenie, you're the queen today, girl. You can be in charge of the artwork. Here you go. 2 minutes. See you in 2 minutes. See you in 2 minutes. Okay, Mr. Overall. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's see what Queenie and the cousins have for us, besides the uppercase Q and the lowercase q. Oh, there's a quilt. Yes, made out of all those different fabrics sewn together. And a queen. Yes, Queenie likes to draw queens. Oh, and the quail is a bird. A lot of times people draw it with a feather sticking right up out of the top of its head, like it's having a bad feather day. And here, yes, 25 cents in many places is a quarter because it takes 4 of these to make $1. 25 is a quarter. But Claw, what do you have? Do you have any of those the same? It's time for Draw with Claw. Yes, it's time for Draw with Claw. Do you have any of these ideas for yours?
I have a question. I have a question.
You always have questions.
What do you make for a question?
You make a question mark. It's kind of almost a circle, but then you come straight down and put a dot underneath it. Do you think you can do that?
I'll try.
Okay, you try. Let's see. You're going to start here. Don't finish it. Stop right there. That's, you know what? If you had it one more quarter of the way, you'd have a complete circle. But it's not a quarter, it's a question mark. We'll leave this quarter out of here. And then we want to come straight down. And you want to put a dot there. When you have a question, this is the question mark. A lot of sentences begin with questions like, who is the teacher?
You.
Where are we?
Overall school.
Why are we here?
To learn to read and write and draw.
Yes. See, those are questions, and each of those would end with a question mark.
I like this.
Queenie, you're ready for a leg letter. You're one of my leg cousins. Here's a Q, and there's that leg. Capital Q that you write for your name is always an antler letter. All the capitals, all the uppercase letters are always antler letters with that little leg slanting down. You know what? The capital Q has a leg that goes out that direction, and the lowercase q has a leg that goes out that direction as well. So you have a nice round body, but I'm gonna even help you a little more. Make that leg turn over that direction. It's even kind of on the edge of the box, and then turns away from the box. Let's try that. Oh, first let's try it with our pipe cleaner. I have this one left over from the letter G day, but we need to make that tail turn the other direction to make it be the letter Q. To get my hand out of the way, it's kind of hard to show you. But if I can make it with a pipe cleaner, I can make it with one line. I don't have to lift. So I'm going to start at the top of the box, just where Queenie's head is. I'm going to come nice around like her body, straight up. Then I'm going to come down. It looks like a G, but it's not going to go the G way. It's going to turn away and make a Q. If you turn it the other way, it's going to make a G. I've had some cousins other years when they were going to make it. They would do that. It doesn't hit the bottom, or excuse me, it doesn't hit the top of the box. Hits the bottom, but not the top. And you need to hit the top and the bottom of the box with a Q. So as you're starting it, some people like to start it right at the top of the box. Some people like to start it a little bit down here and then come up and hit the top of the box. I don't mind which way, as long as when you're done, it looks very neat. And you've done your best, and people can tell that it's a Q. Sometimes you will see Qs that look like that. It looks like a backwards P. In fact, back a long time ago when people would use little letters that were carved out of metal to make print, to make books, if you got it backwards, your P would look like a Q. Your Q would look like a P. So they would say, mind your P's and Q's. And that's why, because it makes a difference which way a letter faces. And here, it makes it easier to tell that it's a Q if that tail curves away. So you try 5 Qs, Claw's favorite number. Come on down, Queenie. When you're done, you can look. Okay, make your pattern. Dot, box, dot, box. We only need 2, that's all right. And now Q. Start at the top of the box. Nice round body, down, and curve the tail away. Oh, for your first one, that's very nice, Queenie. Okay, try again. Okay. That tail, that leg, that toe, I suppose I should call it a toe and not a tail, needs to turn away. Oh, that's a little bit of an antler. Do you have 5? Work at a medium speed. And then you can look. You're very quiet today. Okay, find your favorite. Now make 5 more even better if you can. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Okay, see if you can make them a little faster now. Oop, faster makes them not quite so neat. Or not quite so neat. Maybe slow it down just a little. Okay, now circle your favorite. Oh, your very first one was your favorite. Huh. Okay. Now, we'll show the kids. Great job. Always try your best. It's now time to take a little break. If you want to continue working on your writing or your drawing or your pattern, that's fine with me. But if you want a little wiggle break, now's the time to do that. So you can stand up. As a matter of fact, I have a song that starts with stand up. The directions are in it. Stand up, get the wiggles out, and run in place. That means don't go anywhere. Just keep your feet in the same spot. Run in place. Now flap your elbows and turn around. And we'll do that again. Stand up, get the wiggles out, and run in place. Then flap your elbows and turn around. And then it goes like this. And let all the cousins say, all right, all right. And let all the cousins say, all right, all right. And let all the cousins say, all right. At overall school. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand up, get the wiggles out, and run in place. Now flap your elbows and turn around. Stand up, get the wiggles out, and run in place. Then flap your elbows and turn around. And let all the cousins say, all right, all right. And let all the cousins say, all right, all right. And let all the cousins say, all right. At overall school. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. 1, 2, 3, down. Hello. Guess what's behind the quilt? 5 moose cousins. We talked about how Q is so shy that it always needs that buddy U. So they work together. You're not even acting like a vowel today. You're just Q's buddy. But here's my vowel. And then here's a consonant and a consonant. This is a tougher word than we usually get. But we have QU. Short I. L. O. 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 T. So you put them all together. Quilt. Quilt, made up of a lot of pieces of different fabric. If I take away your T and give you an L, I want you to be really close to your friend here. Short vowel words that end in L have an LL a lot of the time. So what word would this be? Here's your clue. give you a hint. There are lots of them on this hat. I went up, I had a very friendly porcupine here, and so I went up and was standing beside him, and I really, really, really wanted to pet him, but I knew that wasn't a good idea to pet a wild animal. Plus, he is has very sharp things here. So I took my hat off, and I put it down and just touched him very gently. And look at all those things. You know what those are? Quill. One is a quill. I have lots of quills. I would need a zipper S on the end of this. But quill is another word that begins with the QU together, you friends together. Quill. Now, if I take away the QU, I have a word that means sick. Are you ill? Are you ill? Come here, friend. I can use ill in this word. Fill. Fill. Here. I think I can probably find you even another letter. You might know this one, you might not know this one. This is a kind of building that would grind things up. When you take wheat in and grind it up, you can get flour. Well, this is a mill. Yes. Some people call a moth a miller. Liam, that's a way to make, that's the first syllable in miller. That's not really a long word, but it's longer than mill. There are lots of words that rhyme with mill. Let's see. Bill, dill, fill, till, sill, still, will. There's even more. I bet you can think of some that I forgot. Well, let's write some words. On this QU page, let's write quill. I have mill up there, but let's write quill because it is the Q page. Dot box, QU, so leg box, LL, quill. What rhymes with quill? Well, mill does. Okay, we'll write mill. Leave a space. Mill. Mill. When my cat gets sick and I have to go to the vet sometimes will give her a pill. She does not like to take pills. But the word pill also rhymes. So that would be a leg letter. P. Ill. And, can you think of one more? Oh, on the side of a fish, we didn't talk about this one. On the side of a fish, there are little slits because they can't breathe air like we do, but they use their gills underwater to get what they need from the water, to get the oxygen out of the water. So the word gill, ill. And there are even more. You could take some extra time maybe and write as many ill words as you can think of, words that rhyme with ill and quill and mill and pill and gill. But our sentence, let's see, dot box has a letter Q word in it. It's I quit. I quit. Sometimes I don't like that sentence because that means it's with a capital I, because it means that person just is being a little mean sometimes. If I can't win, I quit. But sometimes quitting is a good thing. If you're doing something dangerous, it's very important to quit. If you are very, very, very tired, you could quit and try again the next day. I quit. So there, after a space, we have qu. I qu. I quit. Usually, people say that with a little more excitement in their voice, though. I quit. I quit. Here's Q, that quiet letter that always gets together with the letter U to make a sound. The sound you hear in qua, 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 qua. Q is a consonant. Always, though, together, or mostly always together with whoop, the vowel U. A-E-I-O-U. That's all. And sometimes Y. Last time we learned about the short U, that sound. And today, our sight words have that short U in them. Try this one. But. This isn't the kind of but that's your backside. This is the kind of but that's in the middle of a sentence. I was going to go outside, but it was raining and I didn't have my raincoat. Sometimes I even go out without my raincoat. Let's see. I was going to go to bed, but the dog was asleep on my bed, so I couldn't go to bed. Move the dog. This is the word but. Oh, this one has the same ending. Ut. But this one begins with. So try this one. Get your one hand ready and we'll do it. Cut. Yes. So we have two rhyming words today. But and cut. I did take out quite a few of the words that we've had for a while. So we just have the most recent ones. I'll put those back in when Big Moose comes. When Big Moose comes, we are going to have a lot of words to read for him. Ready? Cut. But. Let. Tell. Oh, that's interesting to have those two in a row because they have the same sounds in them. O-et, t-l. Interesting. You can arrange letters in so many ways. Millions of ways. Cut. But. Us. Off. As. Dogs. Cut. Zephyr. But. Miss. Is. But. Run. Up. Will. Vowel. Cut. Well. Cut. Has. But. Whoop. Get up here. His. And you probably know what's coming next. No. Yes. Cats. Underwear. See you next time at Overall School.
Hey, I have a question. What's bright orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot.